Waschek here with Press Plus One, and I'm in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And today the Monster Ball tour rolls into town featuring Lady Gaga. With her, she's bringing some friends from New York City called Semi-Precious Weapons. Check out their new album, We Love You.
I can't pay my rent, but I'm fucking gorgeous.
Of Semi-Precious Weapons 3 years ago when a friend of mine sent me a link to download your album for free. What is it that made you want to unleash music onto the world without taking anything back?
We were just desperate for people to know who we were.
Yeah.
And so we figured that process might move along a little quicker if it was free.
Yeah, and I'd like to reiterate the adjective desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely desperate for any human attention.
Eventually you went on to release it, for sale.
Yep.
And with it you gave all your fans an accessory from your jewelry line.
Yes.
Betty.
Yes.
And there's a video of you doing everything by hand.
Yes.
What made you decide to do that?
Well, the jewelry started because it was we just wanted to make money for our first show ever. We had no album, we had no T-shirts, we had no nothing.
And your family had a jewelry store or something?
My mom makes engagement rings.
Oh, okay.
So I always worked at jewelry stores as day jobs because I knew something about it.
Right.
And so I knew where to go to make these necklaces. And so the band logo is the gun and the heart. And so I made these gun and heart necklaces.
Can you get a close up
Yeah,
of this?
close up on that
sure
shit.
No, they're great.
Thank
Did you draw them yourself?
Yes,
or?
I drew all them myself, and then someone tattooed them on me. Instead of paying rent, we flew to London.
Wow.
Flew 6 people to London to play for a week. Or we flew to LA, or we fly to Toronto. So many times we flew to Toronto to play. And so we basically, and we paid for the album. So we spent all of the money on the band. And we didn't know what we were doing, so we spent some of the money in very poor. There's no need to fly to LA 6 times in a year.
There's no need to buy a hot air balloon that says Semi-Precious Weapons.
Wow, what city did you do that in?
All of them.
Well, actually, I was so obsessed with my own face and my own fame that I actually did spend an obscene...
Hello.
Exactly. I spent an obscene amount of money on massive posters of my face to put all over New York City when I should have just paid our rent.
Oh, I heard of that.
Well, that's what makes life exciting, I guess, right?
Exactly.
So what's your favorite thing to do on a Saturday night when you're home in New York?
We haven't been home on a Saturday for a while, and actually in New York City on a Saturday night, you hide.
And do you find LA, other side of the US, a little bit different or very similar?
Well, LA loves rock and roll.
Yeah.
So, LA can be a little bit tacky and cheesy, but when you're like tourist, destinations are legendary rock and roll clubs. You can only hold it against them with so much,
Yeah, I mean, it's the things to do in LA are to see the Hollywood sign, to go to Marilyn Monroe's grave, and then to go to the Viper Room, the Troubadour, the Roxy. I mean, it's like there's like 2 tacky things to do. Well, actually, going to Marilyn Monroe's grave is not tacky.
So when I was doing some research yesterday, I was listening to songs, and I've had Magnetic Baby stuck in my head since yesterday. What's the last song that you guys have had stuck in your head?
We get Gaga songs stuck in our head endlessly because they're so good and we're on tour with her.
Yeah.
I am a huge Miranda Lambert fan.
Oh, okay.
Country star Miranda Lambert.
Right, yes.
And so I have her song.
Kerosene?
She does.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Is
from
she big
Alberta.
up here?
I'm from Alberta, the next province over, so you guys are heading there in a little bit.
Yes.
Edmonton and Calgary.
And they love country there, right?
I'm actually from a place called Red Deer, right in between the two of them, so it's like total fake town.
Isn't there a huge country festival in Alberta?
Big Valley Jamboree.
Yes.
I want to go to that.
I saw a documentary about the Big Valley Jamboree.
I want that.
I met a true rock star.
I met Stevie Nicks. That's pretty rock and roll.
What made her a true rock star to you?
She's extremely sexy. She was really dangerous in her time. She was an open book about everything that she wrote about and sang about. And Fleetwood Mac, even though people categorize it as it's not hard rock, it's more soft rock, but their essence was still really sexual and dangerous and free and exciting.
And I farted on John Mayer at McDonald's and almost got in a fist fight with him.
Yeah, right. Let's hear the whole
So
story.
the answer to your question is no, I have not been close to a rock star.
Was that planned? Like, were you worried for
No, it was
life when she dove into the crowd?
We didn't even know she was coming, but 'cause she's so busy and she was headlining Lollapalooza, so there was so much press to do and so much prep for her show, so we didn't even think she was going to come. But she was with Lady Starlight and Darian Darling, who are mutual friends of us both, before the show, and they're like, all right, girl, we gotta go see SPW, and she's like, fuck it, I'm coming. So she like stole a golf cart, I'm not kidding, and drove to our show.
That's amazing.
And so then when we saw her on the side of the stage, we didn't even know she was gonna come.
Yeah.
And it was so amazing, because when we open for her, we don't play the full set. And so she hasn't even seen a full set of ours for a couple years, and so she was just so excited to actually see a full show, and she just was inspired and decided she needed to stage dive.
That's right.
And it was, as you can see, as her personal security is like freaking out for her life, it was not planned. Yeah.
Okay, now I have the new album, You Love You. Is there anything you could tell me?
Buy that motherfucking shit!
Yes, buy our CD. No, we are very, very proud of it. We made it with Jack Joseph Twig. He really understood the band from the get-go, that it's party and it's fun and it's filthy, but that we still are very serious musicians who take the filth very seriously. So it's kind of our dream album.